So, welcome to the Sunday Social. My name is Mr. Shift. I'm a producer and digital producer from Coventry in the West Midlands, United Kingdom. This is the Sunday Social. So before, this was kind of a mix of getting people to perform, basically, try and just kind of go from there and see what happens. It's been a few months now, so I thought I'd kind of refresh the format and basically keep this for a show for myself. This will basically be a monthly broadcast and we'll be covering all manners of subjects, whatever I fancy, really. It's just something to do. Anyway, this month's episode, we're actually going to go into quite a few individual bits. So first off, we're going to go through the CVBeats. We're going through the CVBeats event that's going to be happening at the end of the month. We'll also be going over the FlipIt challenge as well. We've got our finalists and we'll go into more detail that later. We also have some music as well. I've got a few new songs. Well, I say few new. I've got a song I'm going to perform live. That'll be quite interesting. And then we'll be going over the bits, whatever pops up, basically. So let's summarize what's kind of happened over the past month or so, if I'm being honest. Like, we did Godiva Festival. That was insane. We had some electronic open mic events. There was just so much going on. So let's kind of summarize from there. So I had my first taste of DJing for Full Fat DJ. I'll be doing that again next week. I'll post some stuff on social for that. And that's basically just a kind of a introduction for people to try DJing out. So tried it. It was absolutely fantastic and did it again last weekend. Yes, last weekend for Cov Sauce, and did a wicked industrial mix. It was really, really, really cool. So, right, let's get these other bits up. So, from the Cov Sauce stuff, what was really interesting is I tried something a bit different with it. So, if you kind of a follower of myself, I've been doing kind of hip hop instrumental stuff, lo-fi, bits and bobs, kind of lower BPM. I've kind of picked that up now. I've basically started doing industrial music. It's insane. It's wicked. I've really picked up something I really like in a genre. So I'm still going to be doing kind of the slower tempo, that sort of stuff. But I've been really getting into like the synthwave, industrial, all that. Always loved it anyway, but to produce it is just absolutely brilliant. Now, my screen is frozen for a moment. So, like I mentioned earlier, I've actually done a song called The Effin' Bruce. It's actually based on, I do a Cyberpunk Red campaign as the game master. So I basically have named it after one of the characters. Tom, if you see this, you're a champ. Now, I'll play that later. So what I want to kind of go into immediately is the actual FlipIt competition. So what we've actually got, bear with me a few moments, is we've got 2 entries. So if I just bring this, actually let's go into introductions first. So we'll go to browsing. Apologies all, this is slowed down for a moment. There we go. Come on, you. There we go. So let's get into it. Don't know why that was taking its sweet effing time. Cool. So let's get into it. So our finalists. So thank you to everyone that submitted their songs. I've basically picked 2 of my favorites so far. So the first individual that got through was good old Punch and Pie. Basically an NPC producer, fantastic chap. He's also really heavily involved with the FGC side of Coventry as well. Wicked chap. We'll be showcasing his song in a moment. And then our second finalist was Nanjing Lu. Thank you for the correct pronunciation there. And he's a lo-fi musician from Leamington Spa. So what we'll do first, we'll go straight into the songs first. So I'll pop up. Oh, actually, I just realized I haven't even mentioned the format. So the format itself is basically these 2 are our finalists, and basically I'm going to post these up on Instagram, and basically I'm leaving it to yourselves. So it will either be A or B, and basically from there all you do is just comment, and then we'll go through, and when we get to CVBeats in 2 weeks, we'll basically announce who's won from there, and then hopefully do some interviews, speak to the actual producers themselves, get more to know them, and hopefully expose them a bit more. So that's now just popped out on Instagram. So if you just bear with me a moment, what we'll do is we'll pop up Punch and Pie's song up first, and then we'll go straight into Nanjing Lu's. So bear with me a few seconds.
You walk into this room at your own risk, because it leads to the future. Not a future that will be, but one that might be. It has patterned itself after every dictator who has ever planted the ripping imprint of a boot on the pages of history, and a more sophisticated approach to the destruction of human freedom. Logic is an enemy and truth is a menace.
It's not a broadcast if something doesn't go correctly. So we'll do this again. And we'll go straight into Punch. My apologies for that. The damn thing wasn't working for me. So let's try this again.
You walk into this room at your own risk, because it leads to the future. Not a future that will be, but one that might be. It has patterned itself after every dictator who has ever planted the ripping imprint of a boot on the pages of history, and a more sophisticated approach to the destruction of human freedom. Logic is an enemy and truth is a menace.
There we go. So that was Punch and Pie. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's just wicked to see people compete in these. So we'll jump straight into Nanjing Lu, and we'll bear with me a few moments. that was Nanjing Lu, and again, absolutely amazing to see people compete for this. Interesting fact as well, is from what I'm aware, we've got MPC versus SP on this as well, so SP404 and the MPC1. MPC1 will be on Punch and Pie's side, and Nanjing Lu will be the SP. So again, easiest way to explain how you can get involved in this, hopefully, while these songs have been playing. We've got this now up on Instagram. Yes, we do. So all you need to do is literally vote A for Punch and Pie, B for Nanjing Lu, and then we'll decide who wins. And then that's stupid. We'll basically announce it from the CVBeats event that we've got in 2 weeks, and then we'll basically, hopefully I'll try and get some interviews with both of them, to be honest. It's wicked to see people compete in these, and basically I want to give back a bit. So we'll try and get them on here. We'll have a chat and find out how they've got into it themselves. So kind of moving on from there. So we've gone through FlipIt. So we've now also, with the Instagram side, like I say, A and B to get involved. Right, it looks like we're on to the actual fun. Well, the whole thing's fun, but if I'm being honest, it's time to get onto the broadcast. So, broadcast, what I mean is go into the actual performance side. So, if you just bear with me, say about a minute or so, I'll just get set up and then we'll go straight into the effing Bruce. I'll be right back. Typical, I was muted. First attempt is always the best. So we're all set up. I just need to move my microphone and then we'll get straight into it. Bear with me a second. Just bear with me a sec while I switch back. Dun, 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 dun. Right, let me just pick this back up. Hello. So yeah, that's the effing Bruce. It's pretty sick. So I'm hoping to get that released sooner than later, because like it's just a banger, and we just gotta keep going with it. So what's next? So kind of the next stuff that we're going to be going over is the actual CVBeats announcement itself. So kind of one of the main key things I wanted to just discuss, kind of what the point of it is and kind of what basically am I going to be getting up to. So just bear me a sec, I'll get all the lovely details up. Dun, dun. And it's on the wrong screen. Bear with me a second. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. So, CVBeats, where music, creativity, and connections converge. Basically, in 2 weeks at the LTB the LTB showrooms. I was going to say building, I don't know why. The LTB showrooms, city centre, pretty central. If you're not from Coventry, it's literally like a 5-minute journey from the train station. So the kind of the format that I'm hoping to go with, it's going to be very loose for the first one. I'll definitely say that. Well, basically it's to figure out who's going to turn up as well. I expect hopefully people to turn up, but we never know. But the plan is to basically play it loose, bring your equipment, bring whatever you fancy, and let's just make some music. That's the main goal of this. And then what I will have is a kind of a main station where you can just literally like plug your device in, record what you've done, and that's it. And then we'll kind of make compilations and go from there and see what happens. The one thing I really wanted to mention is if you're a vocalist, get interested in these events and get involved, because eventually what I'd like to have is, for example, with microphones and everything, to have a little station where a vocalist could turn up, make a beat with it for like a few hours with someone, record it there, and then they've got a piece of content and there's something creative, and that's the end goal really with it all. So again, just kind of go over, it's going to be wicked, and that's the main thing. There is some meetings I've got this week about the event, so if anything, it'll be quite interesting to see how we progress it. It's a studio, and until it's all like 100%, I'm not really going to go into more detail, but potentially it's cool stuff, and that's what we want. Hopefully get some engineers to pop down, that sort of thing. Basically everyone learned, and that's the goal at the end of the day. So where are we now? So we've gone through CVBeats, we've gone through the FlipIt competition. Again, if you are not involved, get involved. Hopefully going to be doing this again in a couple of weeks, get another sample and get involved. That's the key thing at the end of the day. So anything else? Oh yes, what's coming up? So if you we'll get across to here. So next performances. So we've got a full fat evening end of next week. That'll be on Friday at the Dillon's Brewery. If you are interested to basically DJ, or even if you've never attempted to and want to learn, I really recommend it. Really welcoming, like it's just good atmosphere, and it's a good place to practice as well. And then the week after, we then have CVBeats. So I kind of where from here? So where from here? So this will now be monthly. So I'll try and keep this kind of mid-month on a Sunday. We'll keep doing the competitions. We'll get yourselves involved as well, and we'll basically just grow it from there. So if you are interested, follow on all socials. So that's at Mr. Shift UK on Instagram and Twitter. It's Mr. Shift Music on Facebook if you're a Facebook user. And then as you see on YouTube at Mr. Shift UK, because they've changed their URLs again. But all these details and everything else is on my website, mrshift.uk. And there's going to be cool stuff coming up definitely soon, and loads of stuff I'm not ready to talk about, but it's going to be pretty sick. So for now, thank you very much. My name's been Mr. Shift. This is the first of hopefully many, many more Sunday socials. Thank you again. Thank you again for tuning in, and I will catch you next time.